So from this list, you've got to not only start listening to this music, but you've got to start figuring out how to play it, right? What are the changes? They've given me the keys. Some of the keys are the same as the recordings. Some of them aren't. So here's how we deal with that. This is how I deal with it. I go through, and for most of the songs, I'm going to make what I call a cheater chart. I do this on music paper, but you'll notice that I'm not writing music. I've got, over here, I've got the song title, okay? I've got the key that we are going to be playing it in. Over here, I've got a little symbol for what key it's actually in on the recording, okay? And so for me, I use a little symbol that says up a half step or up a whole step. So up W would mean up a whole step. Up half means up a half step. So that tells me that when I'm learning the song and I'm playing it to the recording, I might be playing it in a different key, but I've got to think about that when I go to play it again. And some people just retune, you know, to deal with this problem. But if you have to retune for every song when you're learning something, it's going to flip and drive you nuts, right? Usually you don't have time for that. I learn the song in the key that it's played in on the recording, and then I learn to play it in the key that I'm supposed to play it in. It's not really usually that hard on a string instrument, right? It means you either slide up by 1 fret or 2 frets, typically. So that's how I deal with that problem. Also on my chart is, so the key that it's in, right? Then I've got a little thing that tells me about the intro. How many times the intro plays, whether I play or not, what's going on there. Am I supposed to sit out? You know, am I in from the top? And then I've got basically the structure of the song, and because this is bass and I'm only playing, you know, 1 note, it's going to tell me what note I'm supposed to be playing there. If I write something in like kick 3 times, that means there's a kick that's, you know, part of this song. When I hear the song playing, I'm going to try to remember that. And it's probably going to stick because, you know how songs are, they stick after a while. So, but that's going to tell me play that kick 3 times, okay? And then I've got basically a chart that tells me what the structure of the song is and whether there's kicks, and I tend to write the kicks above the bar and the note that I'm playing at that time. But I've got basically the chorus here, and I've written what it is, and I've put a little repeat signs here that tells me that I do it twice, okay? I've got, on this particular one, it's kind of a complicated version of the song, so I've got a first ending and a second ending. I gotta know that the second ending is slightly different, okay? And then I'm gonna keep going. I've got a second verse. It says VS2. It says this next section is the solo and what happens there. I've got a transition piece. I kind of scratched that out, but it does say TRANS, okay? So the transition, and then I've got a little thing that says play the chorus again. It's just a couple bars. It says CH. And then I've got a tag at the end, and the tag is slightly different for this song. So I've written what the tag is, okay? So I do this for every song, if I need to. I mean, there are times when a song is very simple and you don't need to, and if you don't need to, you don't do it, right? But if you need it, it's really great to have, to learn from. Helps you learn a little faster. Also, if you're going to have rehearsals with the band, you take these cheater charts with you, so you can read them down. So while you're in rehearsal, you can make notes and have them tell you what you did right or what's changing. If they're going to change something about how the song is done, right? You're going to write that in on your chart.